going on, everybody? It's TaterTot. Welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. Today we're going to tackle the Infernal Narcian Grand Hero battle. Now, Narcian has been around for a while. He's made, I think, 2 rotations before, but he's never had an Infernal version of his map. So, like we normally do, I'm going to walk you through how I managed to beat the Infernal, and we'll talk a little bit more about strategy and about how you can go about beating Narcian. It's a little different, as you can expect from hard mode, but the map is basically the exact same as it has been. But I'm going to show you a really cool method that I've discovered for beating Narcian. No Reinhardt, no Horse Emblem, no Fire Emblem, infantry only. So it's going to be really cool. There's a lot of really neat stuff going on in here. So I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to go right into the map, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Sure.
There you have it. So that is the Infernal Narcian Grand Hero battle. So the way I went about that is kind of similar to a way a lot of people have been talking about doing it, but it's got a couple key differences. So one, Ike and Sonic put in a lot of work here, and they're really the main players here. Olivia is the dancer. She's there for dancing and to some degree maybe hone attacking, and I'll get more into that in just a second. Nino's there to be a green. That's a fast green. If you have a female Robin, she'd be really good here. Soren, probably Julia, any green mage really that's pretty decent, except for Bowie or Merrick. Gross. But let me walk you through units here. So obviously, Sonic plays a really big role here. She has drawback. Now, I'd typically run her with something like Ardent Sacrifice to kind of give her a nuker healer mix kind of thing, because she doesn't really need the HP for a whole lot, except for maybe, tanking green mages, but that's about it. She also runs Triangle Adept 3, which she comes with, and probably most importantly is Swordbreaker 3, so that allows her to deal damage to that infantry red sword at the top left corner that you guys saw. But there's actually another thing behind that. See, Sonic could kill that red sword, but we don't want her to kill that red sword. Olivia comes with Hone Attack 3. You'll notice she has Hone Attack 2. The reason for that is because I am deliberately leaving that red sword alive so that I could have Narcian come across and buff that red sword when that red sword comes down. That's on purpose, so that I can fully bait Narcian down into attacking Ike, and then later taking the kill from Sonicy. That is extremely important because this doesn't work the same way if we kill the red sword. Very cool. She has ruby sword, but that's just because she has a ruby sword. That's really it. Nino, again, it's all about the speed. The Grand Blade's nice, but you can run a Grand Blade on just about any green mage. Even Cecilia, you could possibly horse buff Cecilia. You could, run your Cheers Love group, your Cheers Love team, but you really need to. I don't think, anyway. Fury Desperation, you know the drill. It's a Nino. What do you expect? And then, of course, we like Ike. Of course we like Ike. And we're going to like Ike a lot more when the CYL banner comes through. But right now, we like Ike in his regular form. And he runs Vantage. Probably the most important thing here is Heavy Blade. But Ether is extremely important too. Just a really solid base build for Ike. And really, that's about it. Hardy Bearing's just there because I was running him in Arena with Quick Riposte, and I just never took it off of him. Seals don't really matter here. So if you're thinking about seals for this group, you're really not missing much. Sonicy doesn't even have one. Olivia doesn't even have one. Nino has speed +1, but that puts her at 41, which she obviously doesn't really need that much. But anyway, so let's break down the strategy a little bit. So what happened in that map? It's pretty simple, actually. The AI is mentally handicapped. Maybe not, but the AI has some trouble understanding where it should be. So a lot of what I did in this map was I actually went and baited literally everybody around the left-hand side and had Ike and Sonicy and Nino pick them off going up. What happens is I bait the bow cavalry into range of Ike and leave Ike there in range. The bow cavalry doesn't move out of the way for the blue cavalry mage, which would nuke Ike straight to hell. It wouldn't even be close. So what do? We have the bow cavalry in range, and when he's in range, he's not moving. So the only thing left to do is to have the blue cavalry come in between the bow cavalry and Ike. Definitely not where it wants to be, but it's where I want it to be, and that's what's important. So, all in all, it's actually really simple. Really simple Infernal map. There are a number of other ways to go about this. For starters, if you ran Flyer Emblem, there's a lot of people that I know that run Flyer Emblem. If you run Baruka or anybody with Iote's Shield, you can bait that bow infantry on the bottom, just out of range of Narcian, just out of range of the blue cav, and bait that bow into attacking you, and that sets off the chain reaction of everybody coming down the left-hand side, and that's pretty much it. So, if you can manage that, that's a pretty good... If you can manage that, that's a pretty good way to go about it. Who else would work in this role? Actually, when I was messing around the first time I finished this out, I was actually using Ninian. And the reason why it came to me in a dream that Hone Attack 2 would be the way to go is because Ninian has Hone Attack 2 on her right now. And it is very difficult to grind SP for Ninian, so I never got around to giving her Hone Attack 3. I don't even remember if she even has it. She probably does. Yeah, she does. I just haven't grinded enough, actually. So she also doesn't have Wings of Mercy 3 either. I'm really bad at grinding for Ninian. I've had this Ninian forever and just never grinded for her. It's really bad. What's another thing that I've done? Oh, instead of Nino, like I said, you can put in somebody like a Soren who has enough speed to be able to handle. I think he's a 28 speed Mage Cavalier, and really, even if he wasn't, you got Triangle Adept 3 to back you up where you need it. So if you have a Nino and you're running Triangle Adept, you're probably okay. And even then, you could probably dance that Nino and get the same result with not much issue. So there's a lot you could do there. that's really all I've got. If you beat Narcian, you of course get your 2,000 feathers and your copy of Narcian. But it doesn't really matter unless you really like Narcian or you really need Lancebreaker 3, which I think he and Arthur are the only two. I can't remember who. I'm pretty sure it's Arthur, but you know, that's what the wiki's for, right? Or if you're part of the Discord server, you can just, you know, go into bot spam and just go. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this video, you know exactly what to do. If you really like this video, consider subscribing and sharing with all of your imaginary friends. Potted plants, as usual. Gotta get those potted plants in there. Electronic devices. Make sure you get those electronic devices in there. And your grandparents. Very important. I've been TaterTot. You, as always, have been awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Peace!